Good Monday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And welcome to Keep Her Quick, your latest local news and weather commercial free in about 18 minutes or less. We're going to jump right over to weather, though, because Jefferson, today may be a doozy for firefighters. We have a red flag warning. Those winds, it's hot, it's dry.
Yes. Yeah, critical fire danger for today. Like you just referenced, red flag warnings in place across the viewing area, of course, which we will talk about more later on. But let's just take a look at your big weather headlines for this Monday. It will be hot, dry, and breezy today. Most of us being subject to winds gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Stronger winds than that, of course, through the Kittitas Valley as per usual. Temperatures today are also going to be very toasty with upper 90s to low 100s. Commonplace across our region. Now, Tuesday will stay breezy, but temperatures will be much cooler tomorrow before we heat things back up on Wednesday. Now, speaking to the high heat today, there is a heat advisory in place until 8 p.m. this evening, as all of those areas in that orange color could be subject to temperatures reaching near 100 degrees, if not into the 100s. We will talk about your more extended forecast coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Yakima County with new details about Thursday night's deadly crash on State Route 410. State Patrol troopers say they were called to the scene at around 8 p.m. where a Jeep collided with a motorcycle. Now, CPR was administered to the rider, but to no avail, while the driver of the car said the sun was in his eyes as he was making a left turn and did not see the motorcycle. Troopers claim to have smelled intoxicants on his breath. The driver of the car is being accused of vehicular homicide while under the influence. And a Kennewick man is facing child porn charges after a months-long investigation led authorities to his door. The Southeast Regional Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force arrested the suspect last week. They received a tip that he had downloaded several files containing apparent child pornography. RPD, KPD, the Benton County Sheriff's Office, along with a K-9, made the arrest without incident. The man now faces multiple charges. And there's new details following an officer-involved shooting in Outlook last month. Troopers with State Patrol say Petrolino Cervantes was found dead at the scene after the investigation of an officer-involved shooting on June 28th. Originally, the suspect was believed to have evaded capture and was presumed alive. The Yakima Valley Special Investigations Unit investigation revealed Cervantes pointed a firearm at Yakima County Sheriff's deputies before retreating into a residence and barricading himself inside. When the SWAT team entered that house, however, the suspect was not located. The scene was processed the following morning, at which time Cervantes was found dead under the house. The investigation is ongoing and the cause of death has yet to be determined. Now, Kennewick police caught up with two people wanted for crimes in Oregon and found drugs and a gun during the arrest. It happened Thursday on North Ely Street. Both had 5 out-of-state warrants, including unlawful possession of a firearm, eluding police, possession of narcotics, and reckless driving. Officers say one had drugs and a gun at the time of the arrest. And after obtaining a search warrant for their hotel room, they found more illegal drugs. And a man is now in custody after what appears to be a road rage incident involving a gun. It happened Friday at around 1 p.m. when someone called 911 to report a man had pointed a gun at them while they were driving. That person continued to follow the man until Kennewick police were able to catch up, something they say you should not do if you find yourself in a similar situation. Troopers with State Patrol also responded and found a gun inside the suspect's truck. He was booked into the Benton County Jail for brandishing it. And a Findlay resident is in jail after trying to hide a firearm from police. Deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office tell us the incident happened yesterday morning during a routine traffic stop in the area of 7th Ave and U Street. They say that's when the driver was spotted attempting to conceal the gun under the front passenger seat. After discovering the driver was prohibited from possessing firearms, a search warrant was obtained for the car, leading to the seizure of the gun, which was stolen. The suspect is currently booked into the Benton County Jail on multiple firearm-related charges. In Yakima, an Uber driver accused of hitting a pedestrian while driving intoxicated is out on bail. Yakima police say they came across the crash at the intersection of South 23rd Avenue and West Nob Hill Boulevard at around 3 a.m. on the morning of July 3rd. An officer found a man unconscious on West Nob Hill Boulevard near the sidewalk. He was taken to Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital before being transferred to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle with traumatic brain bleeding. Officers say the suspect failed voluntary standard field sobriety tests and his blood alcohol content was just above the legal limit for intoxication. And authorities in the Tri-Cities are urging folks to be more cautious, regardless of how you use the road. Richland police say they've responded to several crashes over the weekend involving cars and cyclists, noting that the drivers weren't always at fault. They say if you're riding a bike, to stay in the designated bike paths and to share the road when one isn't available. And if you're a local property owner, you might be targeted for a scam going on in the community. The Franklin County Planning and Building Department is advising the community to be on the lookout for a fake website and an email pretending to be the agency. The department noticed this scam when a woman came in and asked about a wire transfer of $5,000. The agency says they take all of their fees up front and do not charge nearly as much.
Oh, I feel horrible. They've used my name as the director, and I'm just thankful. I thank God that this lady came in to try and make this payment rather than do the wire transfer. I would hate to see anybody scam that way. We're not here as a county to make money off of these. We're here to provide a service.
Now, 3 property owners were involved in these scams. The department advises to call their number for any questions regarding any payments before paying. If you do find yourself in a scam, they advise you contact police. And switching gears this morning, the Wixon fire that sparked last week near Sela is going to be investigated by the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. The agency investigates all incidents where the costs are high. In this case, the blaze damaged 3 homes. Fortunately, nobody was injured by the fire, which was contained in a short time. And Benton County has raised the fire danger to very high. Just to give you an idea of the potential danger, there's only one level above that, and that's extreme. Under the current danger level, public outdoor burning is not permitted. Fires can start easily from all causes and could spread faster than suppression resources can travel. Flame lengths will be very long, making control difficult and increasing efforts to mop up. And with fire danger across the Tri-Cities now at very high, local firefighters are asking everyone to be fire aware. Although we don't currently have any significant fires in our area, firefighters from the Tri-Cities are still staying busy, helping other agencies that have requested state fire mobilization.
So now as the state starts to pop up fires across the landscape, and most of them, human caused, or even carelessness from fireworks, now as we're helping our neighbors, we're spreading ourselves thinner and thinner.
It is now illegal to burn anything without a permit in Benton and Franklin counties. Fires can easily start and will spread rapidly. Firefighters say if you see anything suspicious, it's best to alert them as soon as possible. And with that, let's jump right over to meteorologist Jefferson Donovan to talk the fire danger, because it's high fire danger. We have that heat. We have the dry conditions. Already this morning, a fire sparked over in the Toothaker Meals Road area, which sparked about a month ago as well. So we're definitely starting to see the potential for fires. And as we move into today, what can we expect to make things worse? Yeah, today is going to be a critical fire danger day. It's going to be hot, of course, dry, and also pretty breezy. Now, as we take a look at what we expect for high temperatures this afternoon, it is going to be an absolute scorcher around the inland northwest, as we do see high temperatures today that are going to be climbing into the low 100s across our viewing area as we do head into the afternoon hours. Now, going into tomorrow, or I should say going into this afternoon, along with the hot temperatures that you just saw on your screen, we are going to be looking at some pretty gusty winds around eastern Washington and northeast Oregon. We could see gusts today up to 35 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities, Yakima, and Walla Walla. Gusts up to 45 miles per hour today in Pendleton, with gusts as high as 55 miles per hour today in Ellensburg. Again, we've already demonstrated how hot it's going to be today with that previous graphic. Again, we are just going to add wind into the equation today. And then for tomorrow, winds are going to stay breezy, not as strong as today, but breezy winds on Tuesday. And I do want to draw your attention to this wind direction from the north. Wind tomorrow is going to be blowing from the north to the south. So the big story today is the strong wind. The big story tomorrow will be wind direction. Now let's talk about why. For today, I believe it's pretty obvious. It's going to be hot, it's going to be dry, it's going to be windy. That is going to promote critical fire danger. All of us need to have fire safety on top of mind today, because if a fire were to get going, it could spread very quickly on this Monday, and of course we do not want that. Stay fire safe and fire aware today, to be sure. Now, as we go into tomorrow, I mentioned that wind direction is going to be the biggest component to the wind story on Tuesday, and the reason why is because there is several large wildfires burning north of our viewing area, and with that northerly component to the wind blowing from north to the south, that wildfire smoke is going to be drifting over our neck of the woods for Tuesday.
Is that going to affect our air quality? That remains to be seen. It just has to be seen throughout today how much smoke these fires are going to be putting out, but do anticipate increased haze and smoke in our sky for Tuesday. Now let's just take a look at the next 2 days after today. On Tuesday, with the breezy winds, temperatures are going to be much cooler. Highs tomorrow will primarily be warming into the mid to upper 80s. And then as we go into Wednesday, we will be talking about temperatures in the low to mid 90s across the forecast area as we keep sunny skies each day. And I will say that even as we go into Thursday, Friday, and the weekend, the sunshine will be maintained and we will get back to temperatures back to the mid to upper 90s by the end of this week. We'll talk about that more tomorrow, but right now I'm going to throw it back to Dave.
Thanks, Jefferson. A major new development is underway near the Sozo Sports Complex. Local developer Byron Borton, through Prickly Pear Holdings, is building Champions Park, a mixed-use community spanning nearly 100 acres. Plans include more than 350 homes, a hotel, restaurants, an RV park, a green space, all built in 6 phases. Yakima Planning Manager Trevor Martin says the project addresses a critical local need.
Every unit is a good unit in Yakima right now. That's kind of the situation we're in. We have a very low vacancy rate still. We've experienced a lot of housing in the last several years. I believe it's been right around 230 units per year. I hear quite often that it's really hard for people to find unit here, or find quality units, find affordable units. So the more units we have, I think hopefully the better things will become over time.
Now, a public hearing on the project is scheduled for August 19th at Yakima City Hall. For the full story, head over to our website, KIMATV.com. The city of Kennewick has announced several road projects set to take place now through the end of August to replace aging pavement. Folks driving through Kennewick should be aware of this construction as it could cause delays with lane closures and some detours. The work will be taking place during the day and at night on Clearwater Avenue from Columbia Center Boulevard to Kellogg Street, on Quinault Avenue from Columbia Center Boulevard to the roundabout, and on Edison Street from 10th Avenue to Clearwater. The city plans to share additional information as construction gets underway. And it's been in the works for several months now, but the boat marina at Columbia Park West in Richland is finally being torn down. This comes after the decision to remove the causeway at Bateman Island, which, when removed, would leave too strong of a current for the marina to stay. As a result, its removal is expected to last for nearly 2 months. Anyone planning to visit the park or using Sacagawea Trail should expect the western end of the park to be closed. Signs are going up and a slight detour will be in place. Now, the Tri-Cities annual 3-on-3 basketball tournament was in full swing over the weekend in the heart of Richland. Keeper Zane Whitaker spoke to organizers and explains why there's more to the tournament than what meets the eye.
If you look at the logo on our shirts, it literally has an eyeball on the basketball. The purpose of it is because we are raising funds to give people their sight back.
For years, the Tri-City Sunrise Rotary has been hosting the C3 Slam basketball tournament in Richland as a way to bring the community together and to support humanitarian efforts abroad. For everyone involved, that mission makes the event just feel that much better.
Well, I enjoy this one. I do a lot of different things that are associated with the area and sports, but to me, this one's good because a lot of people, I think you probably talked to some folks, that this is about cataract surgery in Africa. So this is our effort as a community to contribute to cataract surgery in Africa. So that makes it different than a lot of the things I do and make it kind of special.
The funds that we raise from this event, because of all of our great sponsors, we don't have to pay for any of the operations and the logistics. The money that each of these players that you see playing today has gone directly towards giving sight back to people because it's $50 per surgery. So if somebody paid a $150 registration fee, they just gave 3 people their sight back. And that's the purpose of it. It's a really beautiful, beautiful cause.
This year, around 300 teams were registered for the event, which means over 1,000 people and their friends and family all showed up. Tim Holbert has been showing up to play in the event since its inception and told me that if you've never been, it's definitely something to check out.
The more the merrier. You know, you get to help contribute to people with eye problems overseas and come out and have fun.
I'm assuming you're going to be coming back again next year then?
Oh yeah, every year.
Over the years, 25,000 surgeries have been performed as a direct result of the C3 Slam tournament. Reporting in Richland, Aiden Whitaker, Action News.
Keeper Zayden Whitaker, thank you. And in Sunnyside, music filled the air and energy was felt throughout the Sunnyside Assisted Living Facility and a special event Friday night. KIMA's John Franklin takes us there.
They look forward to it and got their hair done, made appointments to get their hair done, looking for outfits, just the way the young high school kids do. But, you know, they were equally as excited.
It may look like your average night from the outside, but once you walk through these doors on Friday night in the Sunnyside Assisted Living Facility, goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire, it is prom night in 1950 once again.
As soon as they walk into that door, they were dancing in, so I mean, I think that's a good sign. So I think it's going really good.
Town elders were dancing the night away on the floor of the sock hop, reminiscing the past and making new memories.
It was such a success last year and also brought a lot of the community together. We have a lot of groups from the community here in Sunnyside who volunteer.
It's becoming part of the community here, and I'm happy everybody's enjoying it.
The sophomore run of the senior prom gives folks the chance to shake, boogie, and cheer for prom royalty among the people that they live with.
Well, it's turning into a tradition, and it's a really nice one because, like Olga said, it's about the residents, and you know, we're all a family here. You know, we see each other every single day, residents, workers, and when we do events like this, it just brings us closer than we already are.
Sunnyside's royalty court, Mapton cheerleaders, and families of the residents showed up for their special night.
I had a daughter come today and bring her mom's old prom dress from the 1930s, and her mom started crying when she saw her prom dress.
While a wild dance move or knowing every song is a bonus, the smiles on the faces of the youngsters is what will last a lifetime.
The smiles on those faces are the ones that I don't even got words to explain. I mean, to me, that's just priceless. And just seeing them happy out there enjoying their era, to me it's the cherry on top of the cake. I don't think we can do something better than that.
For Action News, I'm John Franklin.
What a fantastic story there, KMA's John Franklin. Thank you. This was the second time the senior prom was held at the assisted living facility, and by the looks of it, it was a blast to the past for many of the seniors. And that does it for us. Thank you for watching this episode of Keeper Quick. For more local news and weather, you can head over to our websites, KIMA and KeeperTV.com, as well as our Facebook pages. But while you're here, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with our latest mini newscasts Monday through Friday. Have a terrific day, everybody.